Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people all over the world, welcome to another episode of TylerBrianHour, aka TBH, aka TB Hour. I'm your co-host, Be Heard, aka Brian, aka Prince Vegeta. Out there, I'm gonna pass it to my boy, my brother, my brethren, man's name, TTL. 20 days. You want to say something to the people?
20 consecutive without cancellations, without any no call, no shows. Therapy sessions, man. I'm loving it, man. I appreciate it. Anybody that knows my story and knows what I've been through over the last few years or so, man. They know how important this shit is to me, man. And I'm glad that those people know my journey, and I'm glad that they with me on this and still appreciate me, still love me, and just know, man, that this is it. This is me. So.
That's something that would be celebrated, and if I knew what sound design was the clapping, cheering, I would press it on this Roadmaster, but I don't. But besides that, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm just living the best way I can, just trying to be out here. But like we were talking, we just talked about before we went on the air, like how I felt about it. And it's like I don't know, it's almost like part of my mind is still going as if there's something bad that's about to happen, and I don't know what that is, and I just can't. It's one of those unexplainable feelings that I've always had, like when some shit goes right, something at the end of the tunnel always goes awry for whatever reason, and it's just one of those things where like I just gotta deal with it the best way I can when it comes. So
I mean,
I'm chilling.
More than likely you're gonna have to nip that in the bud, just because it's like it's almost giving your mind out. And whatever you are doing to make it 20 consecutive days, and how you haven't been drinking, how you've been sober, you gotta
sober 3 months, but this is damn near 4 months, almost going on 4 months now.
So then you gotta keep that focus,
May,
and then
June,
because you already did the hard part, like you're already easing your way back into like life by going out, being social. You're already easing your way back on social media, so you're doing things and still being consistent. It's one thing to like go out, be social, then have a drink because it's a social environment, and drinking is more of a social thing unless you're alcoholic. So the fact that you're able to step out in those environments, be cool, calm, collected, and the fact that you're able to be on social media and not feel like you're sunk in, like you got to give yourself some credit, and you got to like tap into that mindset that you could like handle any situation. You good, life's good, bills paid, mom's healthy. There's no. I'm telling this not necessarily to you. I'm telling this to your fucking brain or whatever up there in your noggin controlling that. Like, don't let no slip of doubt, slip of worry that something's bad's going to happen. Life is not extreme bad. Life's more in the middle. There's highs, there's lows. So just keep that mind frame of like you're always going to be in a cool situation. Might not be perfect. Nothing is. But as long as you can stay in that cool situation and be able to handle whatever situation you're put in, I think you'll be fine. So just don't let that doubt creep in.
I don't know. I think it's just because it's more because like I reflect when I'm in my own thoughts. I just reflect on what I was, and a lot of that comes back to it's scary to see what I was and how I'm going to be, moving forward to, friends, family.
I mean, but you wasn't even that bad. You wasn't that bad in the sense of you was able to get out. And you knew that you was always conscious of like what was going on. It's not like you were just doing it to just do this, to be this bad person because, my family issues, my trauma, this, that, and third. You always were at least self-aware in the sense that you knew this wasn't right, and you wasn't trying to move that. It just so happens that, like, a book that I'm reading about habits, it's literally the environment you're in. It's the environment you put yourself in. It's the things you do. Like, you can't be, like, we can't be successful podcasters if we never fucking podcast, or we don't get equipment, or we don't fix problems. Like, you have to put yourself in winning situations. And now by going to therapy, being sober, being more aware of the situations you put yourself in, you're not going to be that person. That's who you was. That's not who you are. It doesn't define you. So, like I said, the only reason why I'm like so like we nipping that shit in the bud is because you're doing well right now. You killing it. I'm not just saying it for the sake of the camera or the pod or the mic. Like, you killing it. You doing well. I know I didn't like jump up in joy Just because, like I said before, and I've always said to you, is this what you want? If you want it, if Tyler still wanted to be an asshole and that was the life that he chose, obviously, as long as you're not harming nobody in the sense of like where it's something serious, or I mean, you know, I'm not saying you was a saint either. As long as you're not harming somebody, and like y'all know the ways, but you know, at the end of the day, this is my best friend. I have to accept people for who they are. People usually don't change. The fact that you are changing is a testament to who you are mentally and who you want to become mentally. So that nigga that was in the past, that was drunk and was hard to talk to and it felt awkward to be around, that nigga don't exist anymore. That nigga dead. We smoking on that Tyler pack. But this nigga right here in front of me, right next to me, is a cool, calm, collected brother that's thinking and more self-aware. So don't let the old nigga in your mind anymore. That nigga don't exist. That was a phase. You good. you doing what you're supposed to do.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, because I mean, it's like someone like obviously this is my road dog. This is the nigga I created the podcast with. I technically have a business with and all these other things with. And I'll admit, it was my only gripe was it was kind of fucking annoying to talk to you sometimes, just because it felt like I gotta walk on eggshells to talk to you. And it was weird to me because it was like, well, damn, this is my best friend of 20 plus years, and I had to walk on eggshells. Like, I'm only going off of what he says it wants me to do, and it's still not good enough. And it's just like, damn, bro, and then that's what I'm saying. Like, I always looked at it from the business aspect, because I was like, all I really wanted to do is, I feel like out of anyone on a podcast, you couldn't be more comfortable. All you got to do is come spit your shit. And literally that's it. And then it was like, it still felt like I was walking on eggshells. So to see how, and we never had like a big fight or big falling out, but to see how far you came from then to now, it's effortless. Like, I don't feel bothered being by Tyler. I feel great, feel cool, feel happy. I mean, obviously, I'm glad that you are stepping out, socializing, and, you know what I'm saying, being around your friends, but at the same time, if you're just a nigga that's in the cut, you a nigga in the cut. I'm, like I said, what you want. If you want to be in the cut, if you want to be out seen, if you feel like you can't drink, blah, 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 you feel like, yo, let's just get some food just so I could be out, socialize, but not really be in an environment where I don't trust myself, with all that. Because like I said, like I don't think the person I am is perfect by any means, or the person I am right now is who I want to be. But I do know that I need to ease out of like my shell that I kind of created for myself. But at the same time, I'm going my own pace. I'm not about to force it just for anyone or anything. Like, I'm not about to put myself in certain environments. Like, I can ease my way in some environments I don't like being in. Like, I guess, yeah, because like even like this past weekend, it wasn't more so I didn't want to go out. I think one day I overslept, and then another day y'all never told me when y'all was going out there, so I just, when it was already out there, I'm like, y'all already there, it's late. I was like, I don't know if I want to risk it. And it's not like I can't risk it, but it's just like I don't want to take that risk because I can't afford a ticket. Like,
fair enough, yeah. My
dad put it perfectly. He was like, nigga, I was like, damn, I really can't afford this headlight, blah, 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 da, 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 da. Just complaining. He's like, well, ticket more expensive. It's just like, you know what? You're not wrong, nigga. You're not wrong. So that's why I don't do anything. But yeah, man, how was your weekend?
It was all right. We got to see the colleague, got to see the comrade back in town. And birthday boy coming up. But yeah, man. It was good to be around people, man. It was good to actually like socialize in a gathering, and there ain't no bigger gathering of the summer in Iowa, in the Midwest, than the state fair. So, being around that many people, and it's almost like it was kind of almost like a effect of outside looking in.
Like you were there, but you weren't there.
Yeah, and just seeing, friends, and how we laughed, chopped it up, and stuff like that. How you doing? How you been? And stuff, and it was cool. But at the same time, it was kind of scary, man. It was nerve wracking. Being around all those people, and knowing what I could got myself into as far as drinking goes and stuff like that. I knew it was going to be a challenge, but at the same time, I can't be fearful, you know? So it was all right for that. I mean, my weekend was pretty chill. I mean, the weekend was pretty chill anyway, like I said. So I'm just glad to be with my boys, man. That's all I care about in life, man. I'm just glad to be around, you know, my people. That's all I care about right now as we speak. My peoples and my family, my moms. Man. That's all I really care about, man. And this podcast that you guys are all listening to, I appreciate you. I know as far as, you know, my sob story and shit like that goes with, you know, my family and stuff like that and like my troubles. I do appreciate you guys for actually listening and staying with me. So
yeah, man, like I do like, I'll be honest, I do want to get to a point where we're not coming on the podcast and it sounds like a woe is me story. Like there's going to be podcast episodes that I want to come on, and if we're just interviewing someone, it's just a fun, goofy interview and you just look at us like, what the hell's wrong with us? And just even with us, just having a good banter. Like, of course, we have it in some episodes, and we have it on like some Patreons and stuff like that. But I want to be able to come on an episode and just shoot the shit and just be goofy and all that stuff. But at the same time, people, it's our life. It's not. That's why it's like it's called TylerBrianHour, which isn't the greatest name in the world, but the acronym is TBH, and the acronym, you know, stands for it. Everybody knows commonly is to be honest.
6 years, it's been working for 6 years, so.
And I mean, like it.
I haven't heard no complaints yet.
I do, but they be like, "Damn, nigga, y'all," just be like, "You nigga need a hug." But to be fair, those deep conversations and we need a podcast type of things we had before that shit got cool. So all the males out there that don't go to therapy and they just have a podcast, we were doing that shit before school. We've been in the game 6 years deep. So I don't want y'all to think we just hopped on a train because we do not do trends. Clearly, we don't do trends because we be fucking popping if we was. But yeah, man, kind of touched on my weekend a lot, and I guess like kind of how I was feeling earlier in the week. You know, it's weird how the universe works, right?
Always. I
was feeling down, and I'm not gonna go too much into detail, but I was just feeling down. I was just feeling, it's a hard pill to swallow when like you're alone constantly, and like I haven't been in a relationship in a while. Like I'm dolo. I'm dolo as dolo could get. Ain't
nothing wrong with that, man.
There's nothing wrong with it, but if I'm being honest, it does weigh a toll on me. It makes you look at things like not for what it is, but like something is wrong with you, and it weighs on my brain. It plays a lot in certain situations, and I feel like it can affect some relationships that I do have with some like women, but just because it's like. I feel like personally I got a great male best friend. I have great women best friends. I have great just guy friends, got online Discord friends. I feel like I have every sort of person category that I could possibly have in my life and be cool with. I just don't have that woman, like that special woman in my life, that relationship, whatever it may be, whether it's just friends with benefits, whether it's just a situationship, whether it's a relationship. I haven't had that. And it weighs on me because it makes me feel like less valued. Because even like, you know, most people try to go off of the personality and stuff like that, and it's not about looks. But damn, I feel like I have a good ass personality, and it still isn't clicking. So it just weighs on me. So I reached out to my girl best friend, like Ken's, and I was trying to talk to her, and then she was just kind of telling me like, you know, it's like God's plan. You just gotta be patient and blah blah blah. You're like waiting for the right person and all the good things that a best friend should say to a male. And then she sent me a Facebook link, but she sent it through like iMessages. But we were talking on Snapchat because sometimes I like talking, but obviously like I've made a podcast, so I obviously like having a mic in my hand and just we're talking. I feel more natural sending snaps. And if you like have me on Snapchat, you'll see my stories of me talking versus me typing some stuff out, or like it. I don't know. I just got to the point where it just feels more comfortable to talk than type. And so she's like, yo, check your messages when you get a chance. I was like, all right. And mind you, like, I'm complaining, I'm down in the dumps, and just sitting there, I click on the Facebook link, and I'm not gonna lie, since the TBH podcast, I feel like a dickhead. Oh my God, I'm an asshole. I am a piece of shit. Because I'm over here complaining about relationships, love, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. I'm single, boo-hoo. I ain't had no action, boo-hoo. And my best fucking friend, Kenzie, shout out to her, shows me a video of her gender reveal party. Whole time, this is my best friend. And Ken's is kind of like me in a way, even though we're complete opposite signs. Because she's in February, I'm in October. But she's like me in a way where like you have to pry it open. Like I'm an open book, but I'm not just gonna sit there and tell you unless you ask me.
Right.
And she didn't tell me. She didn't tell me that she was pregnant, for one. And then to be fair, she didn't tell a lot of people either, so it wasn't like, but you know, it's kind of crazy coming as like, I'm supposed to be the best friend. I'm supposed to make sure she's straight, she cool. And she didn't tell me. And like, that's how I figured out. That's basically when the world figured out. And I'm not going to lie, you know, like obviously I had some other girl best friends too, like Andrea and Bri I've always been close with since high school. And like Bri just had, I don't think it was a gender reveal party. What's the one? Is it just a baby shower?
Baby shower.
But is that like closer to the date of the baby, or is it flipped?
Gender reveal comes first, and then the baby shower, because people are bringing gifts of, you know.
Oh yeah, because
gender.
Yeah, you know. Right. Okay, so I think she had a baby shower. She just had that this past weekend, and I think it's because also I hung out with Brian, Andrea more, and I hate to be the one name dropping, but just to put in like, and then Andrea kind of had her child obviously relatively young. It was like not right after high school, but like a few years down the road. A few years after. And then, you know, Brian obviously has hers, but like me and Kenzie, like when I say that's like that to any like woman who has no ties to me, has no obligation to me, has nothing that they need to do for me to hold it down like she has as a woman best friend. It's the standard. It's almost the standard of how I view women, and like even Andrea and Bri, like how they treat me as a best friend and stuff like that. Like those are some good women in my life that I could look at and like I would want to see in like a girl that I am talking to or something like that. And I don't mean that in no like disrespectful way. I'm just saying like they're high quality women. So to see, like, it's weird because I'm not great. I'm great at telling you how I feel, but I'm not great at showing you how I feel. Like, because even when
it's been that way, man.
Even like,
you know what? I think that's because, and I think that's just because of parents. At least like how I view your mom is how pretty much how, you know, my pops was as far as emotions go. So that's why I always kind of those two I always kind of, you know, put together. Yeah. And then my mom being like, you know, the saint, quote unquote, that she is, you know. Yeah.
Like, because like even when I say I'm mad, I'm not realistically mad. Like even if I'm mad at a moment, like I get over it relatively quick. So when she showed me that video and I'm watching it, it's like a 4-minute video. It just hit me because I was like, I told her first thing I said, I was like, yo, you ain't shit. I was like, you ain't shit because you really let me sit here and get off all this bullshit that I was saying. And you were about to have the greatest celebration in the world is bringing a child into this world. And I'm like, yo, like, that's a W. Like, that's something I want to celebrate. Like, don't let me come over here. Don't let me come to you with my bullshit and you about to celebrate the greatest thing in the world. I want to be happy for you. I don't want to think about my bullshit. Like, I get it. It's mine. It's like you want to, like, it's an equal relationship as far as friendship goes because he's like, well, I want to care for you. So if you down, I can pick you up and vice versa. But it's like, no, you're having a baby. That's because, like, me knowing Ken's before she moved to Philly, like, she I'm not gonna put all the business out there, but she, you know, like I say, it's not all peaches and cream. And she met a good dude. Shout out to dude. I still haven't really met him, but that's also because I don't like me personally when like all my homegirls are getting like relationships or something serious.
Yeah,
I don't like to step on toes. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the dude to feel some type of way. Like I'll be the best friend from afar. Like, and if you just want to introduce me as a friend, like I'm not trying to step on any. I want y'all to be as happy as y'all can be.
I don't want to be that dude, man.
Yeah, like, you know
I don't want to be the dude that nigga asking, bro, who's
like,
this
yo,
nigga, bro?
Like, yeah, but like
never that, man.
But that, like, so they were cool. They were happy. They're in love, and you know she got a business out there. She's about to have a baby. She's about to be a mom. Like it felt so weird. Good life. Yeah, it almost like really, bro. It's so weird. I almost felt like she won her life. Like I almost feel like you got it now. Like, even though this is technically life is just starting, but the fact that like my best friend is about to have a baby boy in November is surreal just because of the talks that we had and the conversations we had, and I'm just
you didn't peep that.
I'm just happy for it. Like I really, I can't. I don't know. I feel like there's something wrong with me. Maybe there's some trauma. Maybe I do need to see therapy because I can't show it more than this. But I'm truly like, I know I feel happy. I might not be able to show it, but like, oh, that's to me that's the coolest shit ever. Like I feel like
people don't exert, man.
And that's she won.
Yeah. And shouts out to her, man. Congratulations on the baby boy. No Jody. So see.
Yeah. That's clever. But yeah, that's because like that's what fucked me up too. Because it was just like literally because I'm sitting there at lunch and I'm on break and I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? Like, yo,
think about what the fuck you doing, man.
Yeah, man. Because I ain't gonna lie,
good out here, man. Hey,
I'm removed, but I want kids. I do want kids. I'm so removed, bro. I can't even see having a puppy, bro. And I want a dog, but it's like, nigga, that's a long way away. Cause I can barely feed myself. Like if I had to, if I didn't have the situation I had right now and I had to feed myself today, I don't know if I'd eat.
Man, I got chicken pot pie and pizza roll, half bag of pizza rolls in that bitch, man.
Man, I think like if I go off of only what I purchased and what I like put into my body, I had a Mountain Dew and I had a little bag of Chex Mix.
And some people say that, and some people say that's not the life to live. But man, hey, if you, it ain't. But at the same time, like I had this debate with a coworker about as far as buying groceries and shit like that. It's like and he was like, man, I spent like about $220 at Walmart every single week for groceries. Well, he has kids too. I was like, well, yeah, duh, you gonna spend that? I'm a single male living in my own. I'm going through. I would say 80 to 100.
But it's also good. I think there's something in
because when you think about it, you buy the shit that you want and you buy the shit that you're going to eat. You don't just have shit that's sitting up in there for like.
Oh, I bet you do though.
I have a Hot Pocket. That's what I'm saying.
Like, I think it's good. Like how you're supposed to buy groceries is you're not supposed to buy in bulk. You're not supposed to buy in bulk because you're probably not going to eat it all. Some shit just gets stored up there and they be chilling for a long second.
It just gets rotten.
So that's why it's good to buy in like a rotation. Like even though you hate going to the grocery store, it's good to buy like say every 3 or 4 days. However, like
it's a pro and con because you spend more money as far as going out rapid paces buying more groceries, but at the same time, at least you're not having shit that you're not going to eat. Yeah,
I think that's better. I think that's better than
because on groceries, I spend like $80 to $100 every 2 weeks because I buy shit that's going to last that 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's true.
And I ain't buying junk out here. Don't just think I'm out here eating Hot Pockets, shit like that, pizza rolls.
Ain't have a single meal in forever.
Man, I'd be cooking shit. And the thing about it is that I was talking to another person about this. As far as cooking goes, I'll cook one. If it's just me, I'll cook one meal for myself. But I'm not cooking every single Friday. I don't have the time, nor the patience, nor the food for all that. So if I get one meal out of me, that's how my mom is, man. She's like, man, it's just me in this house. Fuck, I gotta worry about you or anybody else for. I'm cooking for me. And I was like, you know what?
I think my mom has instilled like at least a day over leftovers. So like you cook, like say you cook one meal, you might have the next meal for lunch type
I get that. Yeah. That's how my mom is too. Like she'll cook a whole thing. She'll cook meatloaf. She cooked meatloaf Monday, and she'll have that for the rest of the week.
Oh,
I'm like, damn, no.
I salute them people that do that. I had the whole week though.
She was like, she was like, man, let me get up into this meatloaf. I'm like, you cooked that back on Monday,
but
man, you ain't tired of it.
Some people know how to budget, and that's how some people do it.
And then I'd be giving her food like that, and like so she'll have something for lunch, and then when she works like the night shift because she works from 12 to 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
So I bring her something to eat right before she goes in, and that way she doesn't have to just starve like the entire night off one thing. You know,
that's smart.
So.
But yeah, man, just get into some of these topics. I just want to say congratulations to my best friend. I'm about to have a baby boy in November.
Baby boy,
Kans.
no Jody.
Shout out to Bri as well, because she's about to have a baby soon. And then shout out to Calvin and Bopa. They just had theirs.
Yep.
It's like, Jesus Christ. It's just like baby fever.
Baby boomers, man. Is this the baby boomer generation, man?
I mean, shit, ain't coming over here.
Ain't coming over here, man.
But yeah,
good
shout
on
out to
that.
everybody. I hope y'all are healthy and happy babies and families.
Well, I'm damn well ready when I'm damn well steady. You hear me?
So I wanted to get into some topics predominantly to do with love. I guess, still staying on the same subject. So I've been watching a lot of like love reality shows because I like love. Like that's another reason why it gets in my head is because I want love. I do. I'll admit it. Are you familiar with the term punching?
Punching like what? Like hitting?
Punching, like it's a term. It's like a slang. Well, not a slang, but it's a term that's used in the dating world.
No.
If you had to take a guess on what the definition could be,
bro, you know what I'm thinking about. Bro.
What do you think about?
Same thing as fisting. What you mean? That's the first thing that came to my mind, bro, when you thought about that. I'm like, bro, what you on, bro? Go ahead on, man.
Okay. Think of punching, not sexually, but in dating. I just want to see where your mind goes with it.
I don't even know, bro. I'm good. I'm good on that.
Fair enough. I'll tell you. So for anyone that doesn't know out there, I don't know if it's like a UK term. I don't know if it's where it comes from. But punching is basically, what would you rate yourself? Honestly, real quick. Like 7, 8?
Now? Probably a 6, bro.
All right, fair enough. If you think you're a 6,
stop playing.
Then punching would be you pulling the 8 or 9. You're punching above your weight class.
I'm swinging the fences?
Basically. All right. So
I've been a 6 for a while, and I pulled
well,
a couple
hold
of
on.
a couple of 8s, 9s.
Hold on, brother. Hold on.
Well,
before you
call a spade a spade.
Hold on, nigga. You're ahead of the curve. Hold on. What? Hold up. So that's what I was about to ask you. Do you feel like, as far as your relationships go, dating goes, solely look-wise, that you had to punch?
Yeah.
Or someone's punched? Has anyone punched with you?
No. They was just taking a chance, man. What is they looked at? I honestly believe, because like I'm just one of those type of guys. I truly believe it was just my personality.
See,
and
getting ahead of
funny.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. Steve.
I think sometimes I'm just funny because I damn sure ain't got no looks.
Just go off looks. Let's start the looks conversation.
Did you date me?
Nigga, what? How the fuck we get here? Yo, chill out, bro. You jumping too many different. Chill out. No, solely look wise. You don't feel like no one's ever punched to get with you?
No.
That's interesting. Huh.
Never had that feeling before. Never even had that realm.
So you
I
wouldn't
have low self-esteem anyway, so.
So you wouldn't take it offense if someone said you was punching? Like you'd just be like, yeah, it is what it is.
Oh yeah, it is what it is. Like it, if they like what they like.
Okay, fair enough.
Can't help what you like, man.
So with me, if I'm being honest, I say I'm about a 7 or 8. Maybe not 8 on a great day if life's going good. But currently I'm like a 7, maybe even a 6.5. I've definitely punched. I for sure punched. I've had some women that I think are just drop dead gorgeous, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel like some people have done some punching with me. I'm not saying that they're like, when I say punching, they don't have to necessarily be ugly. I mean, like, okay, if they're punching, I'm gonna say I'm an 8, so that way a 7's still respectable. It's still like a decent looking person. It's not like, so like you would talk to a 7. Hey, you out there, yes, you that's looking at this fucking camera, you would talk to a 7. Like, don't act like you wouldn't. But yeah, I feel like it's just like I feel like it's just dating. Like, I know I'm not the upper echelon, the top 1% of people. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing some punching, and some people are gonna be doing punching. It's a circle of life. Like I'm going to shoot my shot at something that's probably out of my league, and someone who's I deem out of my league gonna shoot their shot at me. It's just how it is. Now, to go what you were saying earlier before you got ahead of yourself.
I'm sorry.
Personality wise,
sorry, God.
It's not. Well, because it's like I feel like it's 2 different conversations. Personality wise, do you feel like you had to punch?
Fuck yeah.
What? Personality wise, not looks. Personality.
Yeah, because man.
But you just said you were funny. You were all these things and this, that, and the third.
Oh, you meant that way? Oh no,
I'm solely personality. Yeah, personality.
No.
Because to me, personality wise, and this might sound cocky, this might sound arrogant. I mean, I believe in myself. I got to be confident because y'all ain't going to be confident in me. Personality wise, I don't feel like I do no punching. I really feel like I got a dope ass personality. As if you allow me to express myself and you allow me to explain myself and you allow me to have these conversations. Do I think I have riz to the point where I could just come up to any shorty and just pull her and just talk to her? And I'm not that. I'm more shy, reserved, cool in the cut. But once you get to know me, I feel like I'm fucking dope. I mean, I'm a great, charming guy. So personality-wise, I feel like I've always had to have that high caliber personality of being funny, being caring, being considerate, being nice, being all these things. And the girl has to pick herself up to get that. Because it's very rare that I've met a girl like, shit, we'll just take one personality quality. And I don't know if you could attest to this, but I'm asking if you can. How many girls have really made you laugh? Like, damn, she's funny. She could shoot the shit. There's girls that can have good conversation and you bring it up, but I'm talking like she just come out the gate. She's just always hilarious.
Like ha funny, like I'm laughing out my soul, like ribs funny.
Like, ha funny.
Well, like if we're putting it as like funny has like our top notch funny, like how we see ourselves.
Yeah.
Nah. Not at all, man. I ain't never seen a girl, never had a girl.
And I'm not saying that like women I've talked to or dealt with that they're not funny, but I'm like if you want to look at being funny as putting in work, nigga, I'm putting in overtime every day. Like I gotta bring it. She can kind of show up. You know what I'm saying? Worker, you know that worker that like be bullshitting. 15-minute break, take 20. 25-minute break, take 30. Go to the bathroom 4-5 times. Just be kind of there. That's how most women are when it comes to being funny and naturally funny. But I have met. See, so then how do you feel about like the crackhead energy? Because I feel like there's some girls that have the crackhead energy. I guess I never really found it funny. Some are funny.
Crackhead energy, man. That shit get annoying, man.
I just be like, damn, you really like that?
I'm not gonna lie, that should be getting irritating for me, man.
Mm. So you would say, personality-wise, every girl's had to punch with you to meet your personality.
I would think that.
I would agree with that.
And some girls, most of the girls that I've talked to or been with, they've just been themselves, man. Honestly, they take me for what I am, and then they vice versa. So like it wasn't really no, I guess, punching, so to speak, for them to really communicate with me. because I just saw it as, all right, we're different,
Well, I feel like it's only punching because, like, they have to put in the work of reaching that level to meet you at that level. Like, now, like, I would say now, maybe it's more balanced if I talk to a shorty now, but that's just because, like, my mind is occupied in so many different ways and so many different things. Like, just having to do this podcast, I'm thinking of, like, how to edit this and do all the shit I got to do when I get back home, and then try to clean and trying to just balance a whole bunch of life shit that I'm not even really thinking about, just solely texting someone back and having a full conversation with someone.
Right.
Which is something that I don't allow to happen, which is my fault, but it's something I got to work on.
Right.
But yeah, but I also knew that, like I said, calling myself, even if I called myself an 8, I still would have to, I would still have to talk and have a personality. I am not that great of an 8 to where I could pull something and just talk to someone,
bro,
and like not have to put in no work.
She better be available. Dub, get this haircut scheduled.
But yeah.
But I mean, man, how we go about certain situations, how we go about talking to females and stuff like that, I feel like it's pretty equal, as far as, the whole quote unquote punching thing, man. Like, there's no punching.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not going out of my way.
I will say there's
Have I went out of my way before? Yeah.
Okay then, so yeah.
I went out of my way, and then
I mean, there's nothing wrong with punching.
That shit derailed, bro.
I punch a lot, actually. And I ain't gonna lie, some girls out here be Mike Tyson swinging at me. I'll be like, yo,
Holyfield, bro.
Like, you in the wrong league. But
De La Hoya.
I respect it. I actually respect it. Obviously, I might not talk to him, and I might not give him the time of day, so I'm a piece of shit for that. But I respect anyone who has confidence enough to shoot their shot, whether they think they're in the league or not. And then, some people don't even look at it. Some of the people don't even look at it. But it's also hard to get your personality in the door, because your personality won't show unless they're given the opportunity. You know what I mean? But yeah. Yeah, so don't crucify us for that, because, you could say we're ugly and we have to punch all the time. You might be right. And at the same time, you might be wrong, because there's some fine-ass women that punch my way. And I, looks-wise, I would have to punch their way. This is how it works, personality and looks. It's always an age-old thing. Now, how do you feel personally?
How do I feel personally
about best friends?
Situation.
Best friends after a breakup.
Best friends after a breakup.
As far as like the girls' best friends, because I feel like I said, I've been watching a lot of love shows. And
you've been watching live song, huh?
And the guy, if the guy's not feeling it, they always, like, the girls will crucify the guy. And it's kind of like, as long as he doesn't make your homegirl look bad, why is his feelings and all the things he values and all things he is supposed to feel, I guess that's feelings, but I was trying to look for another word. Sorry, I had a brain fart. But, like, his feelings are not accustomed. Like, I get, like, obviously that's your best friend, so obviously your best friend's sad and she's hurting and you want to be there for it. But it's just like, I hate how, like, the guy's personality, emotions, all this shit gets thrown out the window as soon as the girl's hurt. Because I feel like I would never, like, you break up with your girl. I mean, it's happened. Like, you broke up with your exes. Not saying
wholeheartedly.
Like, I'm like, oh, fuck them and everything stand for it. They ain't shit, da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, yo, it happens. Like, I always looked at it as from a life perspective, especially if I was cordial with them, especially, like, some of your exes I knew before y'all started dating. So, like, I was friends with them, and I'm still going to be friends with them. I mean, like, I just always looked at it as weird when, and that's the only reason, like, I don't want to seem like I'm bashing women or anything like that. But I always thought it was weird, like, like, some people break up, like, maybe the guy's just not in it, and it's okay that he's not in it. And I think it's more respectable than him bullshitting and leading you on And then you coming back talking about fuck this nigga, fuck da, 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 he ain't shit. But it's like, yo, what we doing?
Some people love people different than what they did when they got into it. And unfortunately, sometimes that happens right in the midst of you thinking that this person is in love with you. But, you know, it's not, sometimes it's not the case. And sometimes, you know, you just end up going your separate ways, which I've learned that a lot, you know. And it usually happens with me in my past. It usually happens when you're already established in the relationship and, you know, you're already doing these things with friends, family, you moved in and stuff like that. And then you just come to realize that, you know, this person really isn't really the one, you know, that you love like that.
Right.
And that's something that, you know, honestly, you just got chalk to the game. And hopefully it's not, you don't get too deep into it where, you know, I did, and we're living together, whoop and all this stuff, and, you know, they move out and it becomes a whole mess. But hopefully you realize that before you get to that point, and, you know, you just go from there. And it's no hard feelings. Like, still to this day, it's still no hard feelings. As much as I think about it now, as angry and as upset as I was, and I was livid. I was legitimately livid. You know I was livid.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I always got the calmer version, so I'm kind of glad you never called me when you was at your top. So then is it, some people say, and I think this is why, like,
I ain't never been that mad in life before. Well,
okay, nigga, hey, we want to paint you a good image, but because sometimes the homegirls are upset because it was like, if the guy's not feeling it, this is an example, this ain't no one in particular. If the guy's not feeling, or he has a thought of self-doubt, or he does not sure if the relationship is as stable as he thinks it is, and he maybe want to explore other options. Not saying cheating. Like I said, I was watching love shows, so obviously they could do that on the love show, and it seemed bad. Well, the guy made his... Cheating 0 out of 10, man. I do not condone, do not condone, do not condone. I don't condone. Right. Hold on. Let me finish my thought. So the guy obviously made it wrong because he did ask the girl to be his girlfriend, and then he had doubts. But is it really? I know it's someone's emotion, so it's kind of. And I know I sound like a guy. I'm sorry. I'm not. I can only speak from my perspective, so I don't want to sound like misogynistic or anything like that. But is it wrong to sit on a thought and collect yourself to know if you really want to expound upon that? Like, you really want to do that? Because the best friends from this, like, example that I was kind of talking about but not really talking about, they were mad because they was like, well, if you had that self-doubt in your mind, you should have came and talked to her right away. It could just be a thought in your head.
I ain't even thinking about that. Most of the time, like, because when you're in a relationship, I would hope that anybody in a relationship is not thinking about the bad first. You know, like, it's all supposed to be, you would think it's supposed to be good times, you know, and just like, you just see where shit goes. But at the same time, you know, it's just thoughts, and sometimes those thoughts become bigger things, and then you really get to thinking about it, and it's like, you know what?
But that's the thing, it's like, me personally, if I had a bad thought, like if I thought that maybe me and, say, this girlfriend that I'm dating wasn't going to work out, and I'm thinking about it, I wouldn't come to her right away. Because it could just be a fucking thought. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean, like, I'm going to go out on this thought. Like, I've had bad thoughts. Like, I've thought about, like, editing this shit, like, wrapping this shit up. But I don't mean, like, I'm going to sit there and do it because I had to think about it. Like, I don't, like...
Would you still give it the time? Because if it's a repetitive thing, then, like, then you got to reevaluate.
I mean, but I guess it depends on what it is that's repetitive. Because some things are just going to end, like, some things are going to just run its course.
Yeah.
And like I said, like, it might not be that bad. Like, it might be something I have to internalize. It might be a situation to where...
You might be psyching yourself out.
like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know.
That's
like,
another one of my problems too, man. I psych a lot of shit out, man.
Like, I don't know how I really feel about it until I really sit down and think about it. Like, it's a bad thought to have, but I don't want to.
We really be going in our heads sometimes, bro.
Because I feel like even just friendships, and not like just to take it off of women for a second, like even friendships. If I really acted on every single thought that I have, I might not have no fucking relationships. I feel like anyone would be in that situation if we get acted off of every thought, and it just, I don't know.
It's a scary world.
Because it's like with me, unless somebody did someone so bogus, like they cheated, they gave him an STD, they gave him a kid they didn't care about, like they did so bogus. I don't think I have any single one of my male homies that really speaks bad about a girl that I was involved with, or even vice versa. Like,
I ain't gonna put out no names out there, because one, I can't remember the name, but if you out there and you gave me gonorrhea, fuck you.
Wow.
This was like 5 years ago. I'm dropping it. You out there, I have no love for you. Do not contact me ever. Don't even appear in my life. Don't do that. You bogus as hell. You know you wrong for that. I spent a week of my life in pain and agony, man, till I got my shit. Till I got a shot, man. And I was drunk as hell. Still don't know the girl's name. But she's wrong. She dead ass wrong for that, man.
Whoo.
Dead ass wrong for that.
Yeah, I be like thinking of like,
and half that's my fault.
Like, I be like thinking of like how to write sponsors and like show this to more of my family.
I'm sorry,
members.
but I just had to get that off my chest, man.
And it's just like every week, it's just like, yeah,
man.
never mind. I'm gonna let this shit grow organically. Like, whoever finds it at this point.
For that, man.
Yeah, I guess that's because that's the only thing. It's like,
that's another trauma, man.
It's like, it wasn't no shade towards no girls. Like I said, I just been watching love shows, so it's just like my head scratched when the guy had a thought, and the guy was in the wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and say he was a saint, but he was just thinking. He was just like, I don't know. Like, I'm just weighing out my options. I'm trying to see what's the best option. And he had an idea. He didn't even get to expound upon an idea or do anything devious. And they blew up on him, and they was like, "You ain't shit," da da da, and they just went crazy on him. It's like, you don't know how I feel, and like even like one of the girls, like, and that same girl, she did the same thing to a guy she was feeling, and basically went and talked to another dude, and her best friend, who was the guy that she was talking to, did the same thing to her, but she went crazy on the guy. And it's like, you did the same thing that you did.
Yup.
You did the same thing I did, but just because it's your best friend that got hurt because I was talking to her, you want to say fuck me and say I'm a piece of shit, I'm all these things. But you just did the same thing to this nigga. Huh? And all the girls were in agreement. I'm like, whoa. What? I know y'all see what's going on here. Like, what the fuck are we doing? And that's why I just had that thought. I'm just like, yo, why is it that, like, because I've had it happen to me. Best friend, like, I don't feel like I'm the greatest guy in the world. I'm not no saint. I ain't perfect. But, like, best friends see me like, nah, it's up when I see, like, I'm like, we didn't even have that bad of a falling out. What did I do?
It's crazy as hell.
I just said, like, yo, I wasn't feeling it because I don't know you, and I still don't know her to this day. So that's why I'm like, yo, how am I the bad guy?
That's bad business.
And I'm just like, man, I don't understand.
Bad business.
But I'll be the same way with dudes. Like, if I don't, to be fair, like, if I had a homeboy who, that girl just said she wasn't feeling it. She was sweet. She was an angel. It just didn't work out. And every time he see, he like, yo, fuck that bitch. I can't stand that bitch. Da, 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 da. I'm like, yo, bro, you chill out. You wilding. What you, like, she moved on. She didn't like you. It happens. It sucks. It's a hurtful feeling. It's a hurtful feeling, especially when you fuck with that person.
Nobody likes rejection, man. I get that, man.
But it's also like, yo, let that shit go, man. Like, Especially if you the best friend. Like, you wasn't even in a relationship. What you going so hard for? I just don't understand.
Nigga wasn't even talked about.
I'm just like, man, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. And my last like relationship thing, like I said, I've been watching a lot of love shows. I got a hot take for you.
Love and hip hop.
No, hell no.
Hell no.
Yo,
man.
somebody offered Joe Budden to ride on like one of them bicycle carts in New York with the like tent joint in the back, and he was in a car. He's like, nigga, I'm in the car. What? I was like, you need a ride? He was like, I'm in the car. That shit was weird. But what was I about to say? Yeah, I got a hot take, and I want to know if you agree or disagree. Sex adds no gain to the relationship.
It don't.
Reason why I say that too is because unless some,
especially if you're trying to save it, if you're trying to save the relationship,
I'd see. Okay,
it's bad business.
But that's why I disagree with that one. I think
you think sex saves a relationship.
I think it could prolong it. Absolutely.
I ain't gonna lie, it was good.
See,
that's a demon, man.
I don't think it could add a gain to the relationship, but do I think it could keep a relationship going? Absolutely.
Good Cuddy. Good Cuddy.
Like, you know what? I'll stay a little bit longer.
W.
But yeah, the reason why I say it has no gain is because unless you just like a Riz god, and there's some Riz gods out there. There's some dudes who could game a girl and be having sex that same night. Some niggas just built like that. But the average common folk is not built like that. So if you not built like that and you never did it, shut up, nigga. I'm talking to you. Sex is not going to be the reason you get in a relationship. Because you're going to have to like talk to this girl. You're going to have to understand who she is and where she comes from and like her core values. And one, to see if she's messy or dirty or nasty, whatever, all the above. And it's like you have to do all these things anyway. So it's like not like... And some women... have like a 5-date, 3-date rule, and then, you know, obviously that takes time. So that might be a month, that might be 2 months, that might be 3 months. You might not see each other every day. It's like
sex is so intimate, anyways, that you can't.
That as well.
You can't just be out here just
fucking anybody. That as well. But that's just another thing. Is like you 2 months in. If you decided to stay, sex is not going to change that or not. Like if you decided I want to date this girl, I want to talk to this girl. You already 2 months in talking. Like, so what is going to change that? Oh, the sex was... If the sex was trash...
That shit was not Zav.
Like, the only way... wasn't it. Like, if the sex was trash, is because y'all don't know each other's bodies. And that only comes with time, and that comes with more experience, and that comes with more communication, and all the things above that would lead to a relationship anyway. So it's like... You have to learn that anyway. So that's why I'm like, sex has no beneficial gain. Like, obviously, it feels good. Obviously, I think it's important in a relationship. But if I'm talking to someone and I'm rocking with someone, I'm going to rock with them regardless of the sex or not. Like, like I have to they have to check all these things out before I even touch them. So how in the fuck can I say
good morals?
Yeah, how in the fuck can I say sex is important? It has no gain. It's not a negative either, but it just adds no gain.
That's all niggas be living for.
And that's what's crazy is because it's like you had to talk to this girl. Say you had to talk to this girl 5 days a week, texting, maybe a FaceTime here and there, Snapchat, Instagram, maybe sending funny clips to each other, maybe sending music to each other. Music, my love language, low key. I've started to discover that. But
there you go.
You doing all these things. Then you possibly go on some dates. You won't be respectful. You want to be a gentleman, so you don't, maybe kiss the cheek at night.
Don't
blah
press
blah.
The issue.
You leave, yeah. Then so you doing all these things. Then you finally get to it. You put 2-3 months in just to hit it quick. You nasty. You capping.
You ain't shit.
You ain't shit. Because you had to learn all these things, bro. Like,
now what you gonna do with that information? See, you just did yourself. You just did you and her wrong, man.
So that's why
you
I'm
did
like,
them wrong, man.
So that's why I'm like, yeah, sex has no gain to a new relationship. Now
that's like you having all the cheat codes of GCA and then you not buying the game.
Like, oh, I know how to play it. I know how to play it, though. I know how to beat it. It's like, nigga,
you ain't got the game.
Nigga want the demo. Like, nigga, you can't crack a demo, bro.
Right.
But okay, to go back to that conversation we was just having,
What are you talking about?
So how long? Well, this is gonna be spicy. How long do you think you would stay
If it was good?
if it was good? Like greatest you ever had? This nigga start laughing.
Oh man, I don't want to get wild. I don't want.
No,
This
TBH.
is something that old Tyler would say. I
It's
don't want to
TBH.
do that, man. I'm heading to a new path,
Okay,
man.
how long would new Tyler stay?
Oh man, damn, man.
Actually,
It's not important, man. I just it's not important to me. I gotta see how you rock.
so then how long would you stay?
I wouldn't stay enough for if you just throwing it at me. If it's just there, then like that's not gonna help anything. So like you're asking me how long I would stay.
See, I think we have to paint the scenario. So paint the scenario for me. What's the issue in the relationship? You're creative. We podding today.
I'll give you this. Since we like to date who we like to date,
Okay.
their parents bring you to conservative events.
Ooh.
They're inviting you to them places that you know you ain't really fucked with.
But that's the only bad thing in a relationship? Nigga, I might make sure I have something to do every day.
Exactly.
Because I'm not going to no...
Fuck you talking about? You
I'm
ain't going to
not-
no Trump 24, bro.
I'm not going to that.
You ain't going to one of these boat parties that be having, bro.
I'm not rolling with that.
I'm not wrong with that. I bet not see me on Facebook.
But that's nasty. That's nasty. But I mean, that's not
What you
even,
talking about,
not even
man?
to
I got
get
my mama on Facebook, man.
Not even to get political. That's more her parents though.
Yeah, but at the same time, it could be a problem
I'm
because,
talking
like, you
about
know,
her.
it could be a mental problem to you, like, if that shit, you know, keeps going. Because it's like, wow, like, how they really fuck with me, you know, when I'm not there.
I mean, but that don't affect the relationship. That more affects.
That could affect a relationship.
But that's also like her parents too. Because like if you never see them niggas, because it's like we both
Family oriented.
yeah, but we both have talked to white women, and both probably have talked to some white women who are like like that, but we done it.
Hell yeah, we done.
See this nigga.
I'm giving you that look like, hey, you know.
So that's what I'm saying. So like, what would be? You gotta think of the relationship, like strictly her and you.
Strictly her.
What would be the thing that's like?
I don't know if she already has baggage and she's kind of comparing me to what
like her ex,
like an ex and what they were, then I'd have to be like, okay, you know what, I'm up out of here because there's only so much that you could talk about, and there's only so much that you could hear her talk about. And there's only so much that you could take and tell her, hey, look, I ain't this nigga, all right? Like,
yeah.
You know, so like,
Ladies, y'all gotta stop doing that. I know it's traumatizing and y'all getting over some shit. The more interesting in the world of the motherfucker here is about your ex. Oh my! Some of y'all just do that shit. So I
subliminally at that too. So
we pod.
that's very understandable. I get it.
No, it's not. I did some tomfoolery with a lady once.
All right,
And we got done doing some grown folk stuff, some nasty stuff.
sinful shit, man. You need to go see a therapist.
Need to see God, you know what I'm saying? Needed to go to church right after how much nasty stuff we did. And bro, I
If I don't make it to heaven, I'm gonna die in hell.
I swear to God, bro. Well, okay, I'm not gonna swear to God, but just for the sake of the word or the phrase, because it like just to emphasize, I swear to God, Shorty didn't even get done putting her clothes on, and somehow, some way, we start talking about her ex.
Man.
I'm looking at her like you were naked, getting dressed after doing a deed with another dude, aka me, and you talking about your ex right now. You couldn't even wait till you put your clothes on. Like, holy, bro, I wanted to walk out the car so bad. I was like, yo, what are you What are you on?
Bad business.
What are you on right now? You were tweaking.
Bad business.
What if? So how long would you stay? Say y'all been dating for like 6 months.
I'm fine with that.
Sex is amazing. She do everything you ask. Everything sexually.
2 times out the week.
2 times out the week.
Because I'm old. That's all I can take now. 2
But
times out the week.
she trash at communication. Not trash in the sense that she don't communicate. She just kind of got that like hard-headedness in her. So it's like it's always like somehow, some way a miscommunication, and leads to an argument. And you're just like, fam, I ain't even saying nothing crazy. I just wanted you to do this, that, and the third. Or if you wanted me here, just tell me you wanted me here instead of just hinting at it and giving it ideas. And then I'm like, all right, then. So you leave immediately?
Well, that's too much trauma, man, for me. It's almost like fighting with pops. So I keep it like that, man. I can't do that, man. Can't do it never again.
That's the thing too. Is like I feel like
I did that yelling shit, man. I did that yelling shit with girls and all that. I knocked out my tooth, man. Fuck, man. So
I feel like that's what gets under my skin is because it's like I don't say a lot. And the only thing I really be saying are stuff that I like care about and I want to be heard.
a grown ass man, you better.
So it's like I hate when I get cut off, and then it's like the miscommunication is just like, bro, like I'm not even asking for a lot, just hear me out. And so it's always annoying when like I'm trying to talk to someone, or like it's annoying when it's like I'm not the greatest at conversations. But if I'm digging and I'm prying, and I know people get angry, and I know people have emotions, and people want to cool off, I'm not digging and prying to just be a jerk and get on your nerves. I'm digging and prying because it's like, okay, let's have a grown folks conversation here. First of all, you don't know what's going to happen, so I don't want to leave on a bad note. I really don't. Because shit, I'm thinking shit's cool with everybody, and people kill themselves. Like, I don't like that. That's trauma. It's probably something that's underlying with me, but I don't like it. So that's why I'm like annoyed when I'm like trying to talk to someone. I'm trying to hear them out, and then they just like, no, forget it, or like I don't want to talk about it. It's like, yeah. So,
I used to be like that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely had those conversations.
Cause man, I ain't trying to hear nothing that you guys say, man. If I'm in my moment, I know I'm mad. Then my madness is valid. So if it ain't anything that's assent or approving of or going towards my own madness or my own sadness, then get the fuck on. That's how I used to be.
Well, that's the thing too. Is like I don't feel like it's never like even when I'm in an argument with someone. 9 times out of 10, I don't disagree with what they're saying. It's just like, motherfucker, do you hear me? I never, and that's what's so funny too. Is like when I argue with someone or someone tells me about how I argue, it's like, oh, you're always trying to convince people you're right. I don't care if I'm right. I really don't. It's just like, do you hear what I'm saying? Do you understand where I'm coming from? That's it. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Do you get what I'm saying? Why this? Because it's like how I feel about this and this, that, and the third. Like that's really it. I just want to be heard. It's not like be heard, but it's not like I like say it to be anything else. And it's just like damn. So yeah, communication will be hard.
Always, man. W. It's W. That's before anything, man. I don't give a fuck about the sex, man.
Okay. How long? Say you've been together 8 months, but there's something that you don't like, and I don't know how to word it without. There's just something you don't like. You don't like her doing that. You told her not to do that. Say it's like you can go out, be with your friends, have a good time, but don't get too drunk. Because you come home too drunk, you sloppy. I got to take care of you. No one else take care of you. You over here throwing up on yourself, looking a mess, looking crazy. You just don't like it. Especially you don't like her getting, say she like a light girl, she like a $130 or whatever. Like you just don't like your girl getting too belligerently drunk because you worry about her, you care about her. But she hard headed in the sense that she, like, nah, she ain't gonna fix it.
Can't put myself under that stress. I can't, man. Can't do it. Had to do it. Can't do it anymore, man.
I think,
because like if it's a repetitive thing, if it's every single week, if she going out every single week, if she at the club or bars every single week with her girlfriend, and she just sloppy, she falling into the door and shit. If it's like that, you can't do that. You can't do that every single week. You're not gonna survive every single week with her. You're not. Or them.
so say if it's 8 months in, do you think you love that girl? Or I guess it just depends.
Do I think I love that girl?
Mm-hmm.
I would have to if it's well, no, necessarily not have to. Think about it.
Well, like what I'm saying is like, I think if it's 8 months and I love her, then I'd have to talk to her best friend.
You'd be mad as hell, boy.
No, not the first few times. I feel like if she, like you said, if
it's 8 months every single weekend.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you get to 8 months. I'm saying like it's like month 7 and she starts doing that. Like she just been stressing and she just want to have a good time with the girls, so she just constantly going out for like.
You didn't meet her like that,
yeah, you didn't meet her like that. But what I'm saying is like, if I loved her, If I loved her, I would go to her best friends first, because I'm like, yo, what the fuck y'all doing? Like, yo, stop letting her get that drunk. Because I got to come pick her up, and when I got to take her back to the crib, and y'all ain't going to be out there, da-da-da-da, like, yo, make sure she got a limit. If it's 2 Patron shots, space them bitches out.
They think you going to control her, and then they fuck around tell you some shit that you didn't want to hear.
Is that
then it's going to be a problem.
Is that controlling, though?
It's going to be a problem. I don't know if that's control. I think it's just concern.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I've said, I would go to her best friends first.
Because nobody likes to see their homeboys in some shit. You know, like even like I'm not even gonna play with that. But like, you know, there's you know, I have friends that have been in relationships that have been dirty. Straight dirt, like I'd be witnessing like at a bar, you know, just like be like talking to, you know, shorty, be like, you know, this, that, and third, and stuff like that, and then, you know, their, you know, homegirl or whatever comes up to me and be like, yo, have you seen such and such? And I'm like, nope. I ain't seen that nigga. He went across the street, bro. I don't even know where the fuck he been at. I know I gotta pick him up though. So like in that perspective, man. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem.
I would like I said, I would talk to the homegirls first. I would talk to her next. Like, what the fuck you doing? Yo, what's up? Why are you getting so belligerent? Like, you don't have to be belligerent. Go out, have a good time. Because I don't want to.
You won't be sick if it's just her and all of them are just chilling. Would you be? You be sick as hell, boy.
Man, I'd be like, why y'all let my girl
business,
get that?
Bad business. What she got to get off her chest?
Like, yo, why y'all let my girl get like that?
She getting floored, boy.
Man, I'd be upset.
Floored.
I'd stay 2 months. If I could tell she was working towards it and it wasn't too crazy. Now, I wouldn't stay, obviously, if it's the whole time. But if it was like month 7 into month 8, she was just going crazy, and then like I try to help her with her best friends, I try to help her with her shit. I might even snitch. I might tell her parents like, yo, she wilding. Y'all need to get.
Hey, you know what your girl doing?
Yo, girl, your daughter is crazy. Yo, she getting belligerent.
I know a shorty that broke up with a nigga on rent day.
Oh, you're messy. You're messy. Yeah.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man?
Messy. But
you talking about? Hey, I don't know how you gonna pay. What you talking about?
Wow,
man?
Wowzers.
So you them type. You stay away from me. Stay away from me. Don't play with my heart like that.
But
or finances. That'd be some shit, boy. It'd be like, yeah. It'd be like August 30th. Oh yeah, I think we should call it quits.
Huh?
Oh no, let me get that check for
let me get next month's rent. But fuck, I have one more scenario, and you kind of made me forget with that long ass tangent.
My fault.
What was the last scenario? It was like 10 months in. Oh, I remember. 10 months in, but she don't get along with your niggas. So yeah, I guess to that last one, I would stay 2 more months, depending if she got her shit
You don't get
together.
along with none of them. Like you don't even think none of them's like all right. Like she ain't even cordial with none of them.
Like if she go to a function, she can speak, but she don't fuck with none of them.
I can handle that.
Could you?
I can handle that. Or if she speaks when spoken to, like you know.
Yeah, but you don't want that energy.
I don't.
Like if she
You
in the
don't.
cut, or she only follow you around, and she don't talk to nobody else.
Yeah, that could be annoying.
That's kinda awkward.
Yeah. I feel that.
I mean, if we on an isolation bag, I can stay a few months, but nah. In all seriousness, if we wasn't on an isolation bag, it would be awkward for me. Cause like I think the coolest thing in the world would be bringing the shorty around, but I don't have to worry about my shorty. Like, I don't have to be by her and make sure she's comfortable and shit like that. Cause it do be awkward when you bring a shorty around, and you kind of worried about them, but you don't want to be like a baby on them or whatever. So yeah.
I get it. I get that.
Yeah. Britney Griner, obviously, she got 9 years.
She got 9 of them things. She got them 9s, boy.
So free Britney Griner. Because actually, someone posted a picture of like what she got.
Till that shit reversed.
Somebody posted a picture of what she got arrested for, and that's really sad. I mean, it's, you know what I'm saying? When in Rome, like that shit still applies, but it's just unfortunate that she got 9 years.
9 of them things, man.
Mm-hmm. So hopefully she gets out free.
And she got to do them 9 years?
Yeah. Because I doubt fucking Russia has a good behavior. And it's really sad, too, because this is like kind of like the prime. Like she was in this Europe League because of WNBA's prices. And like I seen just the other day, like WNBA players flying commercial and then in the playoffs. So it's like the most serious time that they can be in, and COVID's still a thing. So it's really unfortunate. Hopefully we get women's sports in a position that we need them to be. Hopefully we do. I'm trying to think of quick hitters. Irv Gotti was wilding.
I did not see that.
I only saw clips and I saw people talking about it, but the fact that this nigga was so in love and infatuated with Ashanti, which I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Ashanti's gorgeous. She's a great singer. There's a lot of great qualities of her. But it's also
she's been my female singer crush since I was like damn near 6.
But even then, like since you were 6, that's 20 years ago. That nigga need to let that shit go. Irv. Like that's the nastiest way you can promote your documentary.
I was so pissed at Nelly, boy.
Irv was too. Irv was too. A fun fact: Irv found out at a Pistons game or some shit. He said he was watching the game, which is so crazy because he was watching a basketball game. He said his wife was in the kitchen. That was a wild sentence to say. And then he said there was a big commotion on the sidelines. And he's like, yo, what the fuck all that commotion for? At an NBA game, which is crazy. I don't know how the camera just pans to this because it was a fucking broadcast of the game. And he said Nelly and Ashanti walked in, and that's how he figured out they were dating. And that nigga was so pissed. Like, I ain't never seen his...
It's like some shit off of an episode, like a sitcom or something, where you see a nigga in a crowd with your girl, and the whole crowd go, ooh.
Yeah, basically. And that's what they did at Drink Champs.
Crazy as hell, boy.
And it's just like, I don't know. I feel like Irv and Ashanti didn't get that closure. I feel like maybe she did, but he didn't. And you can kind of tell. And it's just like, nigga, you gotta get that closure, dog, because you wildin'. Especially, I think he's in his 50s or something like that, too. It's like, Irv, Ashanti's beautiful. I don't understand. I'm not...
Let's not act like Ashanti ain't pushing 50. She about 40 something.
And still look good. I'm not mad at someone having a lot of love for Ashanti, because I do. But it's just like, bro, if you don't go on somewhere, like... You over here trying to promote the Murder Inc. documentary on BET, and you over here doing that. Like, what you doing, dog? Like, it was just kind of nasty.
Murder Inc. documentary. That sounds crazy as fuck.
I do want to watch it. I gotta watch it now. The way Irv was talking, I don't know what the hell they about to show. Hopefully, it's like actually like a episodic documentary. I feel like BET does that quite well. Because wasn't that Master P a BET one or no?
I think that was VH1.
The one you showed me?
Yeah. That was like a 6-part.
Yeah, I feel like if you're gonna not do the Netflix route or like a Hulu or Amazon Prime route, I think the episodic ones are better because then that way it gives more time for you to develop stories and get storylines like set up versus trying to cram everything into one episode.
Yeah, and I like those kind of episodes because it gives me something to like reflect on, and I like rewatching. I like rewatching episodes before a new one comes out. You know, so I could keep on pace and be able to get back into like the mindset of what happened. So,
yeah, that Murder Inc. one is like they, as far as companies or like record labels go, they went through a lot. So I'm super curious to see how that's gonna go, from the trial, the cases, to Ja Rule beefing with everybody. Like that nigga really, Ja Rule deserves his flowers because I never thought I'd hear Busta Rhymes, Eminem, and 50 Cent. Well, not saying I would never think that I would hear a song. I would never think that I would hear a song about them niggas dissing Ja Rule. Like, you talk about the most lyrical miracle, maybe not 50 Cent, but like Busta Rhymes and Eminem, the most lyrical miracle ass niggas, rappity rap ass niggas going at Ja Rule, the nigga, baby, what would you do without little baby? Like that nigga, they going at him? Going crazy, bro, going crazy. That shit was nuts. I was just like, wow. Yeah, but I do want to see that. I do want to see that because I think documentary is important.
Ja Rule still got that little Hitler stash, bro.
What the fuck?
Like a little baby stash. I don't know. My fault. My fault. I didn't mean to call it that, man. My fault. Don't do that, man. That's the first thing that came to my mind. I'm sorry. I apologize, man. But still,
wow.
The baby stash, man. He's still rocking that, man.
I don't know. Supposedly he's in the episode, but I didn't see a single. I didn't see a single clip of him. But you know what? I would like if I ever interviewed Ja Rule. I don't know where I would be at, and I hope I wouldn't get stomped out for this question. But I would really want to know what he thought about.
I know what you about to say.
I would want to know what he thought about Dave Chappelle saying, "Don't nobody give a fuck about what Ja Rule thinks right now."
Where is Ja?
I would just want to know what he think about that. That's
bad business.
That's funny. I mean, that's all the topics I really got.
Honestly, with a nigga like him, he probably just walk out, bro. He done been through so much shit. Yeah. That's like asking Joe Budden how he thought about the Lil B diss, man.
That was still.
You can't do nothing but walk out.
That was T-shirt and buns. It's a fucking one-shot rap. Niggas want to talk. Leave with your jaw drop.
You still know that verbatim.
Cause he went hard.
It's a 10-year-old song, bro. We talking about 10 years.
That nigga went hard. That's the one time.
12 years, damn near. It was like 2012.
That's the one time where I was like, yeah, I'm a Lil B fan because that nigga went hard. Rap niggas want to talk. Leave with your little beef for little boss. Yeah, that nigga. Yeah. I might listen. Well, shit. I guess you're just taking me home, but like when I get home, I might blare that shit now. Yeah. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about?
Oh man,
because that was really it.
Yeah,
kill me. Tell me death threats or whatever. The reason why we didn't have an episode last week, that was on me. But it is what it is. Yeah. Anything?
Yeah, because you don't want to do your shit. Man, you don't want to get shit done. But like I said, I appreciate every single one of you guys for allowing me to be able to grow and develop as a person, as a better person for my friends, for my family, and understanding that a lot of people, everybody has mistakes, man. Lord knows I have them. Lord knows I've been through it. Lord knows I've seen damn near the depths of hell without dying. And my friends are still here. My family's still here. And at the end of the day, that's all I care about, man. That's love right there. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys for listening in and tuning in for this podcast for 6 years now. And I really couldn't have this shit any other way, man. Like it would have to be with this nigga. It would literally have to be with this nigga because I don't know, because like as far as a brother goes, as far as a friend, as a comrade, bro, this nigga is one that I could tell everything to, and I appreciate him. You know, I'm still gonna appreciate him for 22 more years, hopefully. You know,
that'd be kind of cool. That'd be real surreal. Damn, but I mean, yeah. Likewise.
Like I was just telling Brent about this, man. It's between the three of us, nigga. That's damn near 30 years. Because I've known Brent 16, you 23, 22. Nigga, that's 30 plus years. Damn near almost 40.
That's time. A lot of different memories, too.
Did time with these niggas, man. Fuck, even Sway and Caleb, damn, is going on about 11, 12.
Yeah, bro, almost
man, doing time with these niggas, bro.
Yeah. Still same too, which is something you ain't switch up, ain't go too crazy, ain't go too left, ain't too right. Still day one A1s. Yeah, it's hard to type that. But be sure I actually have something to celebrate. So I've been dabbling in with it. I don't know how much I'm gonna do. I do want to hire an editor for the podcast, but obviously I gotta get my finances right. That's another reason why my finances ain't fucked up, because I'm trying to hire somebody to do this shit.
Yeah, nigga couldn't even get. No, I ain't gonna. But I ain't gonna do all that.
I did hire an editor for some things. Yeah, you might be able to tell. I'm not gonna say what I hired him for, but if you notice, you notice. Trying to be more consistent with the content. Trying to post at least one reel a week on Instagram. Trying to be more active on there. Because I do want to blow up, but at the same time, to me, I think it's not going to... I don't know which one I'm going to blow up on. So it might be YouTube, it might be Twitch, it might be the podcast, it might be something else. I don't know. So I'm not going to limit myself. I will say big dubs in the chat. Like I said, if I had the clapping sound effect, I would play it right now. I am a part of the Epic Creator Program. So Fortnite just got Goku in that bitch. Yes, you see the shirt. So if you want to buy Dragon Ball and you want to support creators, support Be Heard. That's BEHEARD. As far as Rumbleverse goes, you can enter a code there. Anywhere where you play Epic Games at, I get a code, and if you enter that code and you buy some stuff in it, I get paid for it. So that's a big W to me, and that was a cool blessing to have. More consistent on the YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast, twitch.tv. Twitch. Well, subscribe to me on Twitch, twitch.tv/PrinceBeard2. Subscribe to the podcast at TylerBrianHour, anchor.fm/TylerBrianHour. Saying this all backwards, but whatever. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. I think we have like 543 searches on Google last time I checked, which is kind of cool, but we could get that up. We damn sure could get that up. Trying to be more consistent. I definitely have a run back coming to you guys Thursday, and I'm excited because it's going to be the first one I'm uploading on YouTube because I'm going to have a camera and all that stuff. So I'm really excited about that. I'm trying to do as much FGC interviews as I can because I want the scene to grow and I want to be able to get Tyler paid and all that stuff. But I love you guys, man. Take care of your mental. Take care of your chickens. You know what I'm saying? You go and get got, but make sure you get yours before you get got, though. Word to Marshawn Lynch. That's the go. Actually, it's unfortunate that he had that DUI. Hopefully he gets help that he needs.
Yeah, they did that mugshot wrong with my boy, man.
Yeah, but free
That shit was
Marshawn
crazy.
backwards. Goku's in Fortnite, so like I said, be sure to use that creator code Be Heard, BEHEARD. And we out. Bye.